Today I'll be reading The Green Dinosaur Umbrella.
The Green Dinosaur Umbrella.
A story by Amina Benouan, illustrated by Reina Hassan.
Ibrahim stood in front of the rack looking at all the umbrellas. He wanted to find the perfect one. A bright green something poked out from the back. He reached for it and pulled it out. It was a dinosaur umbrella.
The dinosaur umbrella.
Baba, this is it. The umbrella I want to take for Hajj.
In Mecca, Ibrahim's umbrella bobbed up and down in the crowd. It protected him from the hot sun as he circled the Kaaba 7 times.
After his tawaf, Ibrahim went to drink some Zamzam water. He turned around and his dad was gone. He couldn't see him anywhere.
Ibrahim opened his green dinosaur umbrella and held it as high as he could.
A few minutes later, his dad was by his side, hugging him tightly. Alhamdulillah for your dinosaur umbrella.
Outside, Ibrahim passed an old man sitting in the hot sun.
He needs it more than I do, Ibrahim thought. He walked back to the old man and handed him the green dinosaur umbrella.
The umbrella shielded the old man as he waited for his bus to Mina.
In his tent, he kept the umbrella close to him as he prayed and read Quran. The next morning, the old man went to Arafah. The umbrella sat in his lap as he raised his hands and made dua for himself, his family, and the little boy who gifted him the umbrella.
At lunchtime, the Hajj group leader came out. He had a big bag on his shoulder. It was full of juice boxes and water bottles. He needs it more than I do, thought the old man. He called out the group leader and gave him the green dinosaur umbrella.
The man walked under the shade of the umbrella towards Jabal al-Rahmah, the mountain of mercy. He passed out cold rings to the pilgrims along the way. When the sun had set, he led his group to Muzdalifah.
He picked up some pebbles and put it in a small dressing bag. Then he laid out his sleeping bag and fell fast asleep.
2 pilgrims began arguing, their voices getting louder and louder. The group leader woke up and looked around. He approached them gently, popping the umbrella open.
"Please don't argue in Hajj, my brothers," he said with a smile, "or else I'll make this dinosaur eat you up." The 2 pilgrims looked at the umbrella in surprise. They began to laugh and forgot about their argument.
In the morning, heavy clouds filled the sky. Soon it started to rain. The group leader opened his umbrella and started leading his group towards their bus. They passed by a woman holding her baby close to her chest. She needs it more than I do, the group leader thought.
He dashed over to the woman and handed her the green dinosaur umbrella.
The umbrella kept the woman and her baby dry as she walked to the Jamarat to throw her pebbles. It kept them dry on their walk back to their tent in Mina.
At the entrance of the tent, the woman left the wet umbrella propped up so it could dry.
Inside, a group of pilgrims were helping each other cut their hair.
What hair?
The woman put her baby down and lifted her hijab. Her roommate snipped off a little chunk of hair from the end of her ponytail. Then she sat down to rest her legs. The woman and her baby fell asleep for a long time.
When she woke up, she went to retrieve her umbrella. A little girl was hovering near the entrance of the tent, looking sad. She needs it more than I do, the woman thought.
So together, I think she is going to give the green dinosaur umbrella to her. Do you know that?
I think so. You're right.
She held out the green dinosaur umbrella. An Eid gift for you, she said to the little girl. The girl laughed and twirled the umbrella around and around between her hands.
The next day, she took it with her to the Masjid al-Haram. The umbrella floated high above the crowd as she sat atop her father's shoulders, performing the say.
Back and forth, they walked 10 times.
Between the mountains of Safa and Marwa.
Shall we go feed the pigeons outside? The girl's father said when they had finished. She ran off with him, forgetting all about the umbrella. The green dinosaur umbrella rolled away between the feet of the pilgrims in the Haram. It rolled right underneath a small bookcase. There the dinosaur umbrella stayed. Nobody noticed it.
A few days later, a little boy whose name was Ibrahim had just finished his final farewell tawaf.
He was getting a Quran for his father when he noticed a bright green something poking out from underneath the bookcase. He reached for it and pulled it out.
Baba, my umbrella's back. He popped open the green dinosaur umbrella. Wait a minute, that makes lots of sense.
Yeah.
Look, the green dinosaur umbrella is right under that table here.
Yeah.
Then he said, Papa, my green dinosaur umbrella's back.
He popped open the green dinosaur umbrella and held it over his newly shaved head.
Ibrahim's dad hugged him tightly. May Allah accept our Hajj and good deeds, he said.
O mankind.
Indeed, we have created you from male and female, and made you peoples and tribes, that you may know one another.
Indeed, the most noble of you in the sight of Allah is the most righteous of you. Indeed, Allah is knowing and acquainted.
Al-Hururat 49:13.
This is the best day I ever had. Yeah. Because I love reading this book, actually.